Getting in some breaking news now. In fact, in the last few days, one of the biggest talking points, the political controversies in Delhi, has been around Manish Sisodia, whether he's been charge-sheeted or not. The Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming that the CBI that charge-sheeted several people in the liquor scam on Friday did not name Manish Sisodia. Today, the Enforcement Directorate has also filed a charge sheet, and the Aam Aadmi Party claimed that it was a witch hunt against Sisodia, but we are getting in some details now that the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi's role is part of the active investigation that continues. No clean sheet has been given so far, and the charge sheet is against Sameer Mahendru and his 4 companies because the custody of Sameer Mahendru is ending, and hence the charge sheet and the rest continue to be a part of the active investigation, including the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. So that's the breaking news update. In one line, no clean sheet to Manish Sisodia. Shravan will be joining us on the phone line in just a few minutes. In fact, the CBI on Friday filed a charge sheet. Several people were named. Manish Sisodia wasn't. That was a CBI charge sheet. And we're hearing from ED sources that Sisodia's role continues to be under investigation. Shravan is joining us on the details. With all the details, Shravan, what do we know so far about his role and whether he's been charge sheeted? In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming victory almost to say that he hasn't been named.
Well, in fact, it's perhaps foolhardy on the part of the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to essentially say that a clean sheet has been given. Important to point out here is that this charge sheet is essentially being filed only because there is a mandatory time period after the arrest is made. Sameer Mahendru was arrested, and that is the reason why his charge sheet has been filed. Against him has been filed. There are other accused who've also been arrested, but the time period has not lapsed as yet, and that is the reason why no charge sheet has been filed against others. But top sources within the Enforcement Directorate has now clearly indicated, Ranjan, that the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is very much within the active investigation of the agency. What does this essentially mean? It means that the scope of a supplementary charge sheet in the excise policy cannot be wished away at this point in time because the investigation is far from over. In fact, it's a laborious process that has been undertaken by both the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation, and in all likelihood, both the agencies would be filing a supplementary charge sheet. As far as the role of the Deputy Chief Minister is concerned, remember, it is very much under the scanner because right now what the Enforcement Directorate was essentially focusing at was primarily the role of these liquor traders and liquor manufacturers, because remember, the allegation essentially being that they were basically benefiting from an excise policy that was drafted by some of them. In fact, they've come across digital evidence to basically indicate that the liquor manufacturers were very much aware of the excise policy that was being drafted. In fact, the draft policy was exchanged with them. There is also conversations between the communication strategists in this particular case and, for that matter, liquor manufacturers with regards to the draft policy. And that is exactly the allegation that has been leveled at this point in time. The Aam Aadmi Party is essentially trying to, fake a narrative that a clean sheet has been given in this particular case.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Shravan. So I think that sort of answers that question on whether he's been given a clean sheet or not. There is no clean sheet yet. There is no clean sheet. That investigation continues. So not sure the Aam Aadmi Party can celebrate or claim vindication just yet. Thank you, Shravan, for joining us with those inputs.